let's get back to, so are you coming out here to sell?
No. Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Maybe.
They don't even know what they're doing.
No, they don't.
No. Okay, my suggestion is that you get yourselves together and you take them out of here.
Okay.
As fast as you can.
Let's run out of here.
Because
Let's go for a
here's
marathon.
my problem, people. I barely have enough food for us for the winter. If you are out here, some of us are going to starve no matter what we do. My advice is that you come out here, you look at the ground, if that's what you're out here to do. For the rest of you, I don't know what you're doing. But come out here, look at the ground, pick your ground, pay for it, go back home, come back out in the spring. In the winter, you need to gather up tools, seeds, whatever your trades are. If you're a carpenter, a miller, a brick
I'm a cook.
Mason. We need trades out here. We need people that can work. We don't need people who come strolling up the trace.
Lollygagging. I don't know if that's the correct word or
But
not.
I believe you're right. Yes, yes. So I
You
would
must have heard
advise.
that from Matt Ann. That sounds like a word she would use.
Oh, and yes.
The roots in the
Be careful.
straight.
I'll hope to see you in the spring. Godspeed. Stay
You missed like
well.
half of it. I see your phone pointed down.
Because it said limited something on it. I think it had stopped and restarted.
Those are your pelts.
All the pelts.
Shoot, how we end up at the back of the
Because you stood back there.
Yeah, I have to wait on it.
Now I'm not going to catch anything good.
Why? We're gonna wait for everybody to get up there.
Right up there to the left, JC.
She was there last time. But she came out at the end.
I couldn't find him, and there he is. Barely seen.
So Harvey was aggravating.
I might be him. You can join us now.
Gee, this is dangerous. You're like, it's a sand hill.
Gather around. Take a breather. This is a group of people that Zane has brought down through on the trace, looking for land, looking for a place to start a family. Come on up.
I had a feeling Zane would be behind all of this.
I'm
Oh,
not
what
sure
a
which
big
way.
lot of people he has to get money from today. Oh, my.
Just so you know,
Mm.
yeah, I have 25
Oh, Zane will take that too. If you're broke, he'll make you work for him. So, hey, he'll get payment however he
I got
can.
money, but I didn't bring them.
Oh, and they
Hey,
keep
Minor.
coming.
doesn't
And
feel
you
bad. I
are
like all
who?
that.
Alan Green.
I
I work
know.
for
That's-
Ebenezer Zane on the trace for cutting wood, hunting, just guiding people through the territory, looking for land, and we get paid by the head. So
Well,
the more
aren't
people
you?
we bring through, the more we get paid.
Well, aren't you the lucky one, I should say? And you are all following this man. You have no idea who he is.
Yep.
Am I correct?
Yeah, he
May die.
So, yeah. He's nice. That's his name.
And I don't care.
Nice and leader. I don't think that's loaded with
Well,
animals.
since you are coming through on my scouting expedition, I just came up because I heard all the excitement about Zane making this trace. Apologies.
I think I know who
Feels
you
like
are
we're
now.
Indians.
Yes, sir. Who do you think I am?
You came up from the Ohio River.
Yes, I
You're
did.
notorious down there.
My reputation follows me.
I think you're Mad Ann.
You think correctly, sir.
Or the Indians call you that anyway.
Well, they have a reason for doing that, I should think. Yes, I am.
You
Yes,
can share
sir.
that with us.
Well, since you asked, then I'll let you be on your way. As Mr. Green, if I can call you that, has said, I am Mad Ann, and I wear that title proudly. You see, the natives around here think I'm a little, how shall I say it, touched in the head. I find that quite touching, if I must say so, and amusing, because they think I am their favorite of their god. So since they think that of me, I can go through this woods and do whatever I please, scout wherever I want, because see, they do not bother me. So when you are touched in the head, it's quite an honor to wear. Looking at Mr. Green, you might be lucky in that situation. So, Mr. Green, where are you taking these so-called settlers?
Well,
may
we're
I
just
ask?
traveling on the trace, we're going to this next settlement, and they're going to be looking at the land, and if they feel that they see something nice, they'll let me know, and we'll mark it down back at the settlement.
Well, like I said, Mr. Green,
I think
I
we're
am
going to
so
be going
glad that
down.
your problem and not
I think we'll be going down the trace on this end.
I will not suggest that, Mr. Green, because there
Have you-
are skirmishes, and there have been raids going that way.
Oh,
But you know what, Mr. Green, you do have a good idea. I'll let you go first.
okay.
Because if you make it through, then I know it's safe to travel that way. So maybe you are doing me a favor today. And if you do not make it, I know to go to the opposite way. I say so.
I mean, I like why they called you mad. That's
This is
crazy.
Well, Mr. Green, make sure you have all your so-called goodbye, good day. All your so-called
Well, sir, at 50 cents a head, I'd say you're doing mighty well today.
It's only 3 cents a head.
Well, you're still doing better than I am.
Come on,
Greetings.
folks. Come on up.
Move on in. Move on in. Not safe to be out here lollygagging in the rear. John Zimmerman's the name.
Zimmerman.
Miller
I
by
heard that
trade. I'm looking at, actually I found a plot of ground on the river that would make a nice mill seat. And I hired a couple of young men from the village to survey it for me so I could buy it, start building the mill.
Oh, no.
What's going on?
Good question.
Something not good.
I thought I had done well to hire the Bilderback brothers. I should have known when I pulled them out of the tavern what was going to happen. I pay them for a week's work, and I get a quarter of a day. I came out, put them up in a nice, bought them nice equipment, bought them this nice camp, set up the campsite, came out to see how they were doing a couple days later, and this is what I find. The campsite is shambles, and the builder box are nowhere to be found. I assume that, as usual, they got liquored up, got in a fight, and made shambles of everything, and took off there with my equipment. So now I need somebody to survey that lot. Any of you men know anything about ciphering and compass works?
I know how to make a 10.
Know how to make a what?
10.
Oh, well, we're not talking 10. I need some surveyors.
But surveyors.
That's what I thought.
Don't get out of the farm.
Boy, we have a lot of loudmouth birds in this group, don't we? Yes.
Very lively.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna let the builder box get away with this. I mean, this tent, if I hadn't come today, in another couple of days, it would be starting to rot and be absolutely worthless. Uh-oh. The surveyor chain.
What is going on down here? All these people.
Who are you?
My name's Louis Wetzel.
Wetzel, I've heard of you. Welcome, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Folks know there's Indians here, don't you? Not safe to be here?
Well, we heard that there were some on the trace, but we don't know where.
I've been tracking a band of renegade Wyandottes in the Ohio River. And they're around here somewhere now.
Oh.
They're on a rampage. I'm fixing to end that rampage.
Well, I would say none of these gentlemen are going to be helping you. They don't even have a gun to protect their
No,
own
it
women
doesn't
and
look like
children.
it.
I have something.
Well, you know the builder box.
Yeah, good boys.
I hired, I'm not so sure, I hired them to do some surveying for me, set them all up, and then I come back to camp and this is what I find. Shambles.
They left their chain?
But they also left their chain, and I'm thinking maybe I was a little too hasty.
Yeah, they wouldn't have left their chain.
Well, something as valuable as this they could trade for a lot of liquor. They wouldn't have left
Right
it.
there. The Indians are proud. Wyandotte. They got prisoners. They were here for a moon. They went up this way. They didn't leave very long ago.
Well, that means you folks need to go that way. None of you are prepared to meet any Indians right now.
I am prepared. Me too.
I don't think you're prepared. You don't have any weapon.
We need a bow and arrow.
That's not a weapon.
I have obsidian.
That's not a weapon.
Yes, it is.
We'll go ahead. We'll go hunt for my surveyors. You folks need to be heading out the trace. Stay on the trace. Don't leave the trace.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, right.
I don't think it would be
I was wondering when you was coming up.
Huh?
I was wondering when you were coming up.
Who knows the guy?
JC.
I stay in the back because everybody's short.
Right.
Can't see. They're behind me. Good.
Moving you up in front of these people. Moving you up in front of these people. Miniature collie, maybe.
Hello there. How's it going, Mr. Allen? Good.
Step back on this side a little bit.
Seems like you've had a problem here. A little bit. You got a whole lot of people with you. Yeah, and they're still coming. I see this. Well, at least the ones out in front are usually a little safer than the ones left in the back.